Hello and welcome back to my channel, Ignite Your Intellect. Hello students, today we are going to learn forms of business organization. Part 1. Choosing a form of business organization is one of the most important decisions at the time of starting the business or even while expanding the existing business. Selection of the most appropriate form depends upon the business requirement and relative advantages and disadvantages of each form of organization. Different forms of business organization such as sole proprietorship, partnership, joint Hindu family business, cooperative societies, and joint stock company. Now let us learn sole proprietorship. Now sole proprietorship is the oldest, simplest and most popular form of business organization which is owned, managed and controlled by an individual who is a recipient of all profits and bearer of all risk. So basically, sole proprietorship is a form of organization which is owned, managed and controlled by an individual. Here the individual bears all the risk and receives all the profits. The individual here is the owner and the sole owner of the business. The individual is responsible to pay all the business debts either from business or personal sources. For example, Aman is running the book cafe as a sole proprietor. He runs the cafe with the help of a service boy but is responsible for everything related to the running of business. Examples would be beauty parlors, hair salons, small restaurants, retail shop, etc. So according to J.L. Hanses, sole trader business is a type of business unit where one person is solely responsible for providing the capital, for bearing the risk of the enterprise, and for management of business. Now let us learn the features of sole proprietorship. The first one is formation of business. Here there is no separate law that governs sole proprietorship. No legal formalities to start a business, except in some cases a license may be required for the sale of specific products. For example, anyone can start a beauty parlor, but a chemist will need a drug license to start his business. The second one is liability. Here the owner has unlimited liability. The owner is responsible for payment of business liabilities from personal sources if business funds are not sufficient to meet all the liabilities. For example, Aman has to pay off his loan of rupees 1 lakh. But if his assets can realize only 70,000, Aman cannot pay that 70,000 only and save himself from paying 30,000 by saying that he has no more money to pay. He has to arrange that 30,000 from his personal resources and pay the entire loan. For example, Aman has to pay off his loan of rupees 1 lakh. But if his assets can realize only 70,000, Aman cannot pay that 70,000 only and save himself from paying 30,000 by saying that he has no more money to pay. He has to arrange that 30,000 from his personal resources and pay the entire loan. The next one is the sole risk bearer. Here the owner has the sole responsibility for all the business affairs. Thus, he has to bear all the risk alone. The next one is sole recipient of profits. The proprietor solely enjoys all the success of business. He receives all the business profits as a direct reward for his risk bearing. And last one, closure of business. There are no specific legal formalities for the closure of sole proprietorship. The business may have to surrender his license if any. Advantages of sole proprietorship. First one is quick decision making. Here the sole proprietor has the freedom to take decisions without consulting anyone, which helps him to take prompt decisions. The second one is confidentiality of information. Here the owner enjoys control over business decision and management. Thus, he is able to keep all the important business information to him or herself. Direct incentives. Sole proprietorship has only a single owner, so there is no sharing of profits. Here the owner is the direct recipient of all benefits which are arising from his or her efforts. The last point is sense of achievement. Working for oneself will give you self-satisfaction and also sense of achievement. So business success builds confidence in one's ability. The next topic is limitations of sole proprietorship. The first point is very limited resources. Borrowings for sole proprietorship depends upon their personal saving or assets, so there are lesser opportunities to raise long-term loans. Limited resources do not allow businesses to grow. Another drawback or limitation of a sole proprietorship is limited life of business concern. Sole proprietorship and business are considered as one in the eye of law. Owners, financial problems, illness or death affects the business and at times will also lead to closure of business. The next is unlimited liability. Unlimited liability may be a disadvantage of a sole proprietary business. If the business fails to pay its dues to outsiders from the business asset, then outsiders will recover the dues from the owner's personal asset. And the last one, limited managerial ability. In sole proprietorship, the individual is solely responsible for all business activities of purchasing, selling, financing, etc. An individual here cannot excel in all the areas, so there is a possibility of taking decisions which may not be beneficial for the business. Thank you for watching this video and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel where learning is young and beyond. Also, do not forget to like, comment and share these videos. Thank you.